So I have a question for you. I
Mm-hmm.
went on a date yesterday. This was our fourth date that we've been on together,
Mm-hmm.
and he has paid for everything. And at the end of the fourth date, he asked me, "Do you ever pay for dates?" I was like, "What?" I was just like very confused by that because I'm just like, okay, like if you had to ask that question, you could have asked like not literally right after the fourth date.
Right.
So I asked my brother about it, and he's like, "That's not really like a red flag." And I was like, I feel like honestly it is on my end.
Why is
I don't
that?
know. I feel like he's just been doing things. It's not only that. It's other things. I feel like this was just like the cherry on top. Um, just because he's just like very passive. Like, for example, we were talking the day before
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking to other people in the background. I was like, just call me back when you have like free time. You know what I mean? Because I hate when people do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he was upset. And I texted him in the morning. And then we talked later on during that day. And he was like, honestly, I wasn't going to hit you up today because the way you hung up the day before.
Okay.
Then it's oh, do you ever pay for dates?
Okay. The other situations are mild, right? It's like I get you, but they're mild, right? That's just typical friction you're going to have with another person. But
Okay.
how old are you two?
I'm 29
Okay. How old is he?
and he's 32.
And how did y'all meet?
We worked together previously, but I got another job, so
Okay.
we don't work together. But we met at work.
Okay. And you went on 4 dates. So I mean, seem to like him to a degree. 4 dates in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what about not considering the other things? What about him asking you that question rubbed you the wrong way?
I think it just felt weird. Like, cause he said it right after, like, cause I was about to pay for the valet. Like, I didn't mind paying for my own valet,
Okay.
but he like stood up and like paid for it. I was like, okay, thank you. Then he's like, do you ever pay for dates? And then he also said, I'm sorry, I forgot. He said that he has a girl best friend, and he said he was talking to her about the situation. And she said if a girl really likes him, she will take him out on dates or something like that. And I was like, why are you adding a third party into our situation?
That's not good. That triangulation piece, that's not good. Girl, best
Uh,
friend.
exactly.
I don't like that. I don't like
uh,
that. I don't personally know any men. This is like a mythical character to me. I don't know any men who have girl best friends. I know they exist, but I don't think I've ever met one, like in passing. Any other guys? Real quick, fellas in the chat, have y'all ever known a man who has a girl best friend? Never seen it. I've seen people with female friends, but best friend, never seen that before.
best friend.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is really the concerning point, um, because it sounds like he was okay with it, and then his girl bestie got in his ear and
Yeah.
put him onto some game. Now, have you ever paid for a date before?
I have. The guy I was dating previously, like,
Okay.
we went to this place called Sketching Pad where you paint what is it called? We were painting
All right.
and he was gonna pay for it, but I was like, I got it this time. Like,
All right.
I don't mind paying for things.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I got you. I got you. What his bestie said to him though, well, it did have some truth to it. It did have a little bit of truth to it. Not necessarily paying for a date. I think that's where it gets like black and white. No. What she's really pointing to is the biggest sign a woman can show you that she actually rocks with you for real is paying any money, opening up that wallet at all. Y'all tend to not do that for men you don't like, right? Um, and it's typically something that's reserved for men who you really, really, really like, right? So um, I think the ask was not the problem. The problem that I'm seeing here is he has a woman best friend who has this degree of influence over him. That'd be a problem if you proceed in a relationship. If he's already bringing her into this phase of y'all's connection, she's going to stay connected even in relationship territory. She will be.
And
She's going
that's
to.
why I was like, that's kind of weird for me.
Yeah, she's going to be the third wheel, and then if he has problems with you, he's already showing you the pattern that he's going to go to her, and she's going to have probably more influence over him than you do. So that's the real problem here. It's not the fact that he asked you the question, "Do you pay for dates?" It is where that question even came from.
Yeah. It's crazy. And he proceeded to tell me, like, when I hung up on him that one time, he's like, yeah, I was just talking to my girl bestie all night talking about it. And I was just like, okay.
So that's two
Like,
times that she's been brought up in reference to you, and he obviously doesn't see any problem with it.
I'm saying,
He doesn't see any problem with it. Her being a woman should know it's a problem. If he doesn't see a problem with it, that means she's not communicating that it is a problem. And if she's not communicating that it is a problem, it's possible that you see where I'm headed. It's possible that she's intentionally sabotaging things. It's very possible. I typically don't believe heterosexual opposite sex friendships. Mostly bullshit. Somebody's interested.
I think so too. Like, literally, I have a male best friend, and that's literally my brother. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, early days. So, on to the next, I guess. It's just dating.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is just, I'm not saying it's like end it. I'm just telling you what the dynamics are at play and where the potential threat is going to be. And if he's already that comfortable bringing somebody else into this early phase dating who has that degree of influence, it's not a good sign.
Yeah. I think there are other things too. Like, I don't have any kids. He has 2 kids. And I just found out that he's like court with the mother of the children. So I just think it's just too much.
You say he's what with the mother of the children?
They have a custody battle.
Oh yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. Nah. That's it. Yeah, at first I was like, you can explore, but like now he got drama going on. Nah, get out of there. Get out of there. Find you somebody who has a little bit more like stability. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be the move. All right, love.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
No problem, love. You take care.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
You too.
Girl best friend. Wow. Any of y'all have a woman best friend? Any guys in the chat? I got that fake BFF relationship. Did these people all just drop simultaneously? Hello? Hello? Instabull? Alright. I'm going to drop you. I don't think Kine is going to connect either. Drop him.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I wanted to hop on here because I just saw you. But because of the girl that just asked for advice, I feel men get off of being providers and caretakers and wanting to Be a shoulder you can lean on.
Appreciate you, Danny. People only come up if you have a question. Not interested in your thoughts and opinions. Not interested in that. Appreciate the Maz for being on the job there. Make sure he was eating too. Was she like licking a popsicle? I didn't like that mouth noise. Very distracting. Danny's on the ball though. On the ball. That's what I'm talking about. Hello.
Oh.
What's up? All right. I'm gonna drop you, but he sounded unsure of himself. Come on, Pierre. Get us out of this hole, baby. Get us out of this hole. Pierre, what's going on, man? Hold on, your mic is coming in like very low. Hold on, I can barely hear you, brother.
Better,
There
right?
we go. There we go. What's up, man?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been planning for a trip like since last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to go somewhere in May. A place that I really like. When I was planning for this, I wasn't involved with anybody. So this is a place where I've always thought I would take somebody that I really want to like settle down with. But right now, I'm seeing someone, and when I mentioned that, she says she want to come. But we just started talking, as you might be aware of, right? So eh, I don't know. Should I tell her that I can take her for right now, or
Yeah, tell her no.
because
Tell her no.
I should tell her no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She don't think she gonna be offended?
Probably, but that's okay. You gotta get comfortable telling women no, bro. This is good practice. This is good practice. You don't want to be the guy who's like, okay, yes, dear, everything. I'll say yes to everything. That's how you get walked all over. No, you don't want to take her. What you have to do is get in touch with like what you want. Sounds
Yeah,
like you don't want to take her. You want to go on this trip yourself, like you planned. Therefore, say no.
okay. I mean, it's not like I want to go myself, but it's like I want to take somebody that I know for sure I want to be with, or maybe my fiance.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a place I really like. I feel like that's where I'm gonna propose because I just love this spot.
Right.
So I can't just take you know somebody just and then create a memory and then maybe they won't be there.
That's your special spot. That's the spot that you take people to, that you would take a woman to if like you got very serious about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, and for people who ask about the date, yeah, we had a second date. It went well. So
Nice.
we went on a date on Tuesday. We went like paint and sip. It was very good.
Nice.
So
Very good.
yeah,
Very good. I like
yeah.
that.
So
I like that.
we're getting there, but
Okay.
just this trip thing that I wanted to ask. But thank you for your advice.
No problem, brother. And when you do say no, you don't be super apologetic.
Okay.
Don't over explain. Just be like, nah, maybe next time.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
No problem, see you. Take care. Had to say that 'cause I saw somebody was like, make sure you tell her why. No, you ain't gotta do all that. No. What they say? No is a complete sentence. Nah, maybe next time, love. What you getting into today? Straight like that. 2 dates, you trying to take a trip? Slow down, baby. Slow down, baby. You got too much dip on your chip. 2 dates? Trip? Mm-mm. No, where'd you get that from? Appreciate you, Hector. Yeah, I like the big gifts. The big ones. All right. What we got next? What we got next? A lot of anonymous accounts. Y'all really don't want y'all's situationship seeing y'all ask these questions, huh? Hello.
Hi,
How you
how are
doing?
you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. So this isn't about a relationship, but it's like mom and dad thing, and I was just curious. Is that okay if I could ask questions?
Yeah, as long as it's pertaining to dating or relationships in some way, it's fine.
Yeah. So my mom was like a single mom, and like my dad left when I was like a child,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had like an argument or miscommunication, and then he left and then married another woman and got a kid. And then it did not go well, and then they got divorced. And he had one kid with her, and I was already born with my yeah, I was already born. And then my mom left the country and then went somewhere, and then he came after her because she was like the sweetest, kind person, and he regretted not being with her because his second wife, it didn't go well, and he what's the word? He really wasn't really, he didn't appreciate my mom. Like, she was sweet, kind, caring. She really did try her best.
Real quick,
And
love.
then
Hold on one second. How old are you?
oh, I'm 19.
19?
Uh-huh.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and then he was like, I'm sorry, can we get back together? And my mom was like, no, I can't do that and stuff. And then he somehow got to German, and then my mom is we're in America. And then later on, my mom wanted to have a second child. She doesn't want to get a child from a different dad just because she's seen how they would treat um a kid that's not their child, which is me. She was scared of that, so she was like, at least since I already had you, let me have a child with him. Might as well be from the same dad, which she did that, and it was cool and all. And then I grew up hating him because, like, first off, um, a lot of things happen because I didn't had a dad. Like, it was hard and difficult seeing all my friends and family. It's kind of like I wasn't like jealous or anything, but I was happy seeing them with a beautiful family. It kind of like I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional, but yeah, it kind of like made me sad. I'm like, why is he not here? Did I did anything wrong? But and then sometimes my mom would like let her anger out on me and saying, oh, I wish you were gone. Oh, I wish I aborted you because you look just like him and stuff, right? And it's like I understand her frustration because he left her with me. She had to raise me and alone, and it wasn't easy for her, which I understand where she's coming from. But at the same time, you can't really blame me. You brought me here. It wasn't my choice.
Right.
But also, like, it wasn't fair for her to put out everything onto me and saying I wasted all my years, 20s raising you, and But I'm like, okay, it's cool. And then she would like and then somehow he came back and he was like recently, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't raise you, please forgive me. I really cannot take back what I've done, but at least let me redeem myself and stuff. I was like very upset. I couldn't really forgive him because a lot of things happened. Like, where were you all my life? All of a sudden, trying to come in, and like I did forgive him because God says forgive one another, and I can't really just, but it still does hurt.
Right.
And yeah, but like, and then he would talk a lot, but it's like he would say, oh, I'm gonna help you with this and that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to college, university, I need a car, can you help me? I mean, you haven't done anything in my life, but can I at least have something? And then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you, just give me your own moment, let me save some money. Mind you, he's been working all his life, and he doesn't take care of us, me and my sister, nor his other wife's kid, which they're also in Europe. He already had another kid with her recently, but and it's like, I'm like, okay, but you're not doing anything. You don't call, you don't like try to take up on me or anything. I'm the one always calling, saying hi and stuff, and you don't see any problem with that. And I would try to like tell him, okay, you need to do this and that. He wouldn't listen. But then he's like, I'm still, I'm working for you. I'm trying to provide for you. But he doesn't do none of that. Okay, but then I try to let him know that, like, okay, you're not doing anything. Like, you're not supporting or helping any emotional way in any aspects. And he's like, but I'm giving you advice, and I would try to be the bigger person to just let him know that, like, I don't hate him. Like, yes, I am mad at him, but like again, he said he was young. He didn't know much. He, when you're young, you make a lot of mistakes and stuff. I'm like, okay, I understand. It's cool. But
Okay,
then
love.
like nothing
What's
changed.
So what question do you have for me, love? It sounds like there's a lot going on, a lot of pain in your life. So what question do you have for me about this situation?
And my question is like, this like going on a loop. It's like I don't know if he's being like authentically really trying to like actually trying to try to connect, or am I just giving him too much benefit of the doubt, and there's like nothing.
You're asking, is your father making a genuine attempt to connect with you, or if it's all just
Yes.
words?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this would be good practice for your dating life whenever you start that. But you want to look at his actions. Does his actions suggest that he's making a real attempt to connect?
I don't, but it's like it's all talk. Like when I
Right.
don't need him, like for example, I said, can you help me, support me? I need a little bit of money to get all my car and stuff.
Right.
He said, oh, yeah, just give me a little bit of moment. I'm gonna give you just a moment. But it's been a year, nothing.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about. The actions are missing. The actions are missing. So I'm sure in his own way he has some care for you, right? Because even having a willingness to make empty promises shows that he cares at least to a degree. Probably just doesn't have the capacity. It's unfortunate. It sounds both of your parents are incredibly immature, and sound like they're still psychologically children themselves. And unfortunately, you take the short end of the stick on that. But it looks like it's made you incredibly self-aware, right?
Yeah, true.
It seems like you have a lot of awareness. That's kind of like the gift. Our pain can give us gifts.
Yeah,
I'll give you an example. Me, I grew up feeling very unseen by my family. They didn't understand me very much. That was my core wound, is nobody saw me for real. But the gift that they gave me is that now I see other people with clarity. So I give other people on this live and the people who I coach the gift that I needed when I was a kid, somebody to see me for real, right? So we have these pains. Normally gifts come from them. You mentioned God earlier. He doesn't waste pain. Something good will come from it, even if it's not clear right now. Okay? Okay, love. I gotta move on though, but I wish you the best. All right?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you take care. All right. Let's keep it moving.
C'est la thérapie en ligne que je fais. It's gonna pick up.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you?
No, take baby. He's running away. He's here.
Someone's running
I
away?
mean, yeah, no, he's not running away, but he's shy.
Okay.
He has to talk to you.
All right. Let's hear it.
I mean, he doesn't know to the extent that you have saved my life. He's not aware of it.
All right.
He's all happy, but he doesn't get it. I mean, it's more about, yeah, let's get married. I'm like, yeah, you sure?
Uh-oh. Marriage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is he coming or?
Sorry? He speaks English. He's just running.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't believe that therapy can help.
Well, this isn't therapy. So, this is coaching.
I am the one that needs that. But, I mean, he might too because, well, he has two kids out of marriage. I mean, he has never been married his life, and I'm the first person he wants to get married to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So is he going to come ask a question, or what are we doing here?
Well, there is a question related to religion.
Okay.
I'm Muslim, he's Christian.
Okay.
So I feel like the him wanting to become a Muslim to marry me is stressing him because uh, in our religion there is no possibility that he can marry me if he's Christian. So he would have to be the one to convert.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's the question?
No, I mean he's open with religion like I am. I mean I never cared about these things anyways, but he's like, yeah, but they're going to gossip a lot about it. Are you ready to hear? I'm like, I don't care. I love you. You love me. So what's
Okay.
up?
So what's the question here?
I feel like he's a little bit stressed.
Okay. I'm gonna have to ask this one more time, Diho. I need a question. What's the question?
We want to get married this year.
Okay.
So because he's Ivorian, I'm Malian. I'm from Mali. It's West Africa. I'm sorry, you guys are from everywhere in the world, but we are West Africans, and our cultures and our nationalities are different.
Somebody in the chat. Someone in the chat's funny as shit. White ass. Jesus Christ. Okay, Dio, they had to remove you because you never asked a question. White ass said. That's funny. I love when y'all do that. That's what y'all should do. That's the game y'all should play. Who can say the thing in the chat to make me crack? Wynat says she's pressure, but holy shit. Ah, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah, Dio, if you have a question, love, I mean you can come back, but we need to get to the question, right? Um, I'm glad to see that her and oh boy have a connection. Gotta tell you this though, can't see myself switching religions for somebody. Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. Can't see myself doing that. Only people I see doing that are people who weren't really devout to begin with, you know. So if you're saying like, "Oh, I'm a Christian, but I love you, so I'll switch to Muslim," that tells me you weren't really a Christian. You just called yourself that. That's what that means. All right. Hello. Hello. Yeah, and if you want really, are you good, bro? I'll take it down. Um, yeah, and if you're that quick to give up on your own religion, then I'm sure you're not going to be like what Shorty said in the chat, devout in the new one. You don't have to have a religion, bro. You can just not have one. You know what I mean? Like if you don't believe, you don't have to have one. I wouldn't. One man say, there's a movie Harlem Nights. Fred, what was the man? What's his name? Fred Fox? Red Fox. Red Fox. That Shorty got coochie so good, make a man change gods. She throw it up in the air and it turns into sunshine. Right? So D-Ho got that she got that magic on her. That's all I heard. Mm-hmm. The yams are yamming. I knew it though. I could tell from the first conversation. D-Ho got that thing on him. So I get it, brother. Go ahead. Brother said, I'm giving up pork for that ass. I'll give up every bacon, egg and cheese sandwich on the planet, baby. Hit them cheeks. What other callers we got? Let's see. Other callers we have. callers do we have? I ain't mad at him, D-Ho. I ain't mad at him. They said, all I gotta do is pray 5 times a day for the Yammies? Count me in. All right. All right. Let's see if Shorty connects. These are so fun. I usually hate dating conversations. That's why y'all gotta spread the word. This is the best dating relationship Q&A on TikTok. People don't even know it. They go into these boring channels. What's going on? How long have you been dating? All right. He seems anxious. You're avoidant. No personality, man. Some of these coaches, I'm like, y'all are not pulling. Y'all don't sound like you're good with women. I can tell how you talk. You're boring. You're just boring people. How are you dating effectively if you're this boring? Where's the personality at? All right. Let me see. There's a lot of people in the queue, but I think a lot of them have dropped. Debbie, let's get a white woman up here. Well, the complete opposite, didn't it? We got a Southern Baptist. What's going on, McKay? Gotta drop you. What was that, Mary J. Blige? What was that she was playing? Who knows? Shorty was playing That's What I Call Music, 99. Let me see. Uh-oh, I don't know. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's happening?
Is that what?
I said, what's going on?
I'm cool, yeah. What about you?
I'm good. What can I do for you? All right. I saw his name had every letter in the alphabet in it. How do you pronounce that? We're gonna get one. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
What's up?
Chilling. What can I do for you?
So, what do we think of a man in a relationship liking other women's content on Instagram? On social media in general.
Okay. Does he know these women?
Sorry?
Are these women that he knows personally?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I believe only through socials, you know.
Okay. So these
They
aren't.
follow each other back.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if they know each other really, but they follow each other. So.
Okay. Are you currently in this situation, or are you asking this question hypothetically?
I'm currently in that situation.
Okay. Have you talked to him about it?
I have, and one time, and I told him, you know, how I felt about it, because to me, it's not liking just whatever picture. If you're liking a picture that's, you know, looking like a thirst trap, I'm not gonna like it, you know. And he validated my feelings and said he won't be doing this again because he respects me.
Mm-hmm.
Only to find out that he just did it again. And once I bring it up again, like saying, can I have, you know, can you do that? Can you put effort into this? He said, yeah, I can even show you I can even screenshot my liking posts, the post that I liked, you know, because you have this function on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he deleted his likes in between
Do you understand?
Yeah, he deleted the evidence.
He deleted the evidence. I didn't tell him I saw it. And he was like, everything's going fine. I'm not doing it again. You have my word. You know,
Right.
not knowing that I saw the evidence.
How do
So
you?
he lied to me basically.
Right. How do you know that he liked the photos?
Because I saw it.
How did you see it?
Because I turned into a FBI agent
Okay.
for some time.
That's the problem.
I know it is, but in the end, you know, I have reasons to do it. I feel
What reasons do you have to do it?
because I want someone who's honest with me. You know, if you're in a relationship, I know it's super toxic to do that, but it's just I guess trust issues from past relationships,
Right.
and I hate doing this. But every time I do it, I find signs that are not good for me.
Right. Right. But sometimes, I would say a lot of the times, those signs that you're seeing are harmless.
How you mean?
Me,
Yes.
I tell men not to like pictures on social media because it causes problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to watch a man who's liking things on social media, you will see that it is kind of like a lot of the times it is it's like a reflex. They're just doing it. They're not thinking about it. But on the other end, when people observe that, they're like, it means something. And it's like for a lot of guys, it doesn't mean anything. They didn't think about it twice. They just tapped and kept it scrolling. It's like when
Okay,
people
but
people are like,
what do I look like as a girlfriend? You know, as a woman, what do I look like? You liking like sexy contents?
right. But also, what do you look like snooping, trying to see what your man's liking,
I know, but
right? So you got to kind of do something toxic to catch what you think is toxic. So you're just as guilty. You're saying you can't trust him. I mean, he can't trust you because you're snooping, trying to look into his stuff, right?
I mean, it's not the same.
It's very similar. It's not the same, but it's very similar, right?
Because I mean, I'm not liking because I'm in a relationship. You know, I make sure I don't like just whatever sexy picture of a man or like showing off and stuff.
I'm
Just by
good.
respect.
That's
I
great.
expect the same. I just wonder, you know, I just wondered what's your
That's
take
great.
on that.
That's great. I'm glad that you don't do that. But what you do is investigate what he's doing secretly. So there's different sins, right? It's different sins here. So I agree with you. It's annoying. You're valid in what you're expecting, right? So make sure you hear me, okay? I completely understand why it's annoying. I completely understand, especially if you have a trust wound that you want to make sure the person who you're with is not doing something. The technology that we have is very hard to navigate because it's like, what is a realistic expectation? Are we to expect that people are going to be perfect? This is the way that I've explained it in live before. If you could read your man's mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you would find a thought of his that is alarming to you. Would you agree or disagree? If you
Yeah.
can read every thought on his mind as it happens, right? Right. If he could read your mind, he would find things that are troubling to him, would he not?
Honestly, on loyalty, no. Loyalty and respect.
If he could read your mind, beloved, come on now, be honest with me. If he could read your mind, every thought that you had, would he find something troubling or not?
Probably. I'm not perfect either, but I'm
Right,
just.
right.
It's,
Give
it's
me a
normal.
second. Give me a second. Right? Because we're not going to play this game like I've never seen or have never had a thought about another man ever since I've been in a relationship. If that's what you would have me believe, your self-awareness is incredibly low. It's incredibly low. And you have a very dense and dark shadow because you can't even admit that your thoughts aren't perfect.
No, I said it. I'm not perfect.
Okay, right.
I'm
So,
not, me, I
so
see
hold
it
on,
through,
hold on, hold on,
but
hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
see.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
So our phones are the closest thing that we have to reading somebody's mind. It's the closest thing that we have. So we already acknowledged that if you were to read his mind, you would find troubling things. If he was to read your mind, he would find troubling things. No person has a pure mind, Christina. You will be blocked if you start saying nonsense in the chat. Come on. Jesus Christ is the only person who didn't have a troubling thought. Some of y'all are really cooked up here, and it's annoying to me. Anyway, our phones are the closest thing we have to reading somebody's mind. All right?
Are you saying you're cooked?
Right? Our phones are the closest thing we have to reading somebody's mind. So, if you are going to assess somebody's phone and monitor all of their activity, you are going to find things you do not like. That's just the truth. That's the hard truth. Right? It's just true. Just like if you were to read somebody's mind, you would find things you don't like. So the best thing for you is to choose the person wisely and to trust that what they're doing is not something that you wouldn't want them doing. And if they are, then you take the appropriate action. You're not ultimately trusting that somebody doesn't betray you. What you have to do is trust that you can handle whatever life throws your way.
Just preventing, I feel like I'm just preventing betrayal and lies.
But here's the thing, you're not preventing it. The reason why this is such a unhelpful thing is because if somebody wants to cheat on you, love, he's going to do it. If he wants to cheat on you, he's going to cheat on you. And I can promise you this, the person he's cheating on you with is not the person whose pictures he's liking. That ain't the person to be concerned about. When people are liking pictures, it's normally harmless. The person they're cheating on you with, they're not liking their pictures. So you're already looking in the wrong place. Somebody's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you. You getting them to stop liking pictures is not stopping it. He could still DM her if he wanted to. So you're not even protecting yourself. You're causing your own pain in this situation for no reason.
Interesting.
Nothing was accomplished. Oh, I won't like her picture anymore. Okay. Now I'm DMing her. Hey, I'm not liking your pictures anymore, but can we still meet up next Tuesday? Delete the message. Like what? You're not stopping anything. You're just causing your own suffering. And ruining your own peace of mind in the process. Because you're constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I hate it. I hate having to do this.
You don't have to do it. You're choosing to do it.
I know. Yeah, it's coming from, honest intentions too, and I just don't want to get fucked.
Yes, but here's the thing. I understand it because you've been hurt before and you don't want to get hurt again. I understand that. That's not how life works, though. You can't stop pain. You get strong enough to deal with it. Right? There's nothing you can do that's going to prevent other people from hurting you. Even if you're the best, you vet people in an expert way, you're the best at reading people, right? Like, it's just, there's nothing you can do to stop life from hurting. It's going to hurt. You embrace that and you focus on the truth, which is that you can handle it because you have handled it. When you were hurt in the past, did that destroy you or are you still here? Right? So you can handle it.
Yeah. I just tend to expect reciprocity when I know it's not possible, it's...
But there is a degree of reciprocity. There's asymmetry here. He's not snooping through your things.
I mean, come on. It's my action is the following of one first action, which is liking, being in part of like thirst traps, while you have a woman waiting for you, and like committing to you. It's just some lack of respect that, of course, I wish I didn't have to be uh, advocating for, because to me it's just the basics.
I hear
But
you.
I agree, like
I hear you.
control is not gonna hold anything anyway. So back from happening.
Yeah, love, but you got to ultimately heal that wound. That's ultimately the core problem here. You got to heal
Okay,
that wound, and so you can get your peace of mind back. All right.
definitely. All right.
All right, dear.
Interesting. Thank you.
Well, I try my best, man. Sometimes people aren't ready to hear the truth of the situation. Genuinely complex situation to navigate, though. I spend a lot of time thinking about like the hard things in the current dating and relationship market. I ask myself these questions, like, how realistic is it for you to tell somebody not to behave that way on social media? You know, there's an ideal, but it's like the best strategy to me is to let go and let God, man. Too much social media to even notice. Right, right. You get to the point you monitoring people's social media, you're looking at their reposts, you're looking at their likes, their saves. You gonna find some shit you don't like. You just are, bro. It's like reading their diary. You just gonna find it. And I think part of these social media companies is they want to break up relationships. Like I saw on like Insta. Why do I need to know what people I know are liking? Right? You look at like the Reels tab on IG. You go to Friends, and you can see what your friends are liking. Why do I need to know that? It's like you're trying. It's like the social media companies are trying to break up relationships. Same thing with like the friends suggesting, like the people you may know. You know how they show you the people you may know, or one of the ways they show you the people you may know is like it's the people who you message a lot are also messaging. So if your partner is cheating on you, they're probably in that people you may know tab. Not to cause my anxious attachment people. They're probably running around frantically. They're cheating. Like, no, I'm not telling you you're actively being cheated on. But what I am saying is that's it ain't helpful. It's not helpful information. It's just not. It's not. And that whole monitoring aspect of things where it's like I gotta know everything my person is doing, everything they're liking, what they're reposting, like you're gonna drive yourself insane. You're gonna drive yourself insane. I was telling people earlier, I was like, I want to give y'all the real answer, which is just give your life to God, baby, Jesus Christ. You know? You know what protects me from cheating? Is I know if somebody cheats on me, God gonna tell me. He just gonna let it be known. I may not know everything, but I'm gonna know enough to make a decision, right? Sleep like a baby at night with that information. Sleep like a baby at night with that info. I ain't gotta go through your shit. You know what I mean? I sleep like a baby at night with that. So, but like I know everybody isn't Christian, so I can't tell everybody that. But boy, does it help. Boy, does it help. Jeez Louise. You got me, big dog? I got you. All right. Hey, Tiffany, she out. She was texting no boy the other day. Word? Oh, Tiffany, my angel? He like, she ain't my angel. Oh, man. All right, well, I guess I'm out then, big G-O-D. That's how the conversation be going, man. I ain't got to snoop. What I got to snoop for? Hmm? Then he'll call Shorty to make little simple mistakes around the crib. I caught that. What happens in the door will always come in the light. Right, right. So you ain't gotta do all that, bro. You ain't gotta do all that. Don't let your wife or husband be a prophetess or prophet. Yo, I hopefully Shorty won't mind me sharing. But I had a client who on the 1 hour strategy, 1 hour coaching calls that I offer, and if you want the 1 hour coaching call, all right, hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the arrow inside the dialogue box. I'll shoot you over a message asking for more information about your situation, if I can help. I'll shoot you over a link where you can book the call. This is paid. I am not cheap. Just prepare yourself mentally. I know people are expecting a $20 call. No. When I used to do marketing strategy consultations for an hour, it was $500 for an hour. $500 for an hour. Now, it ain't that much for y'all. Nowhere near that much. But just to give you a frame of reference, like don't come with no bullshit like, oh, I thought this was $50 for an hour. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Anyway, so what was I saying? Shorty Christian was being prophesized over like her relationship, and one of the many prophets who talked to her was like, the relationship you are in is not a good one. It's not of God. You should end it. Right? That same prophet slid in the DMs after she ended her relationship. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Not the prophet. Not the prophet. He said, I am getting the word that you're going to give me them cheeks. It ain't come from me. I'm just a messenger, baby. I'm just a messenger. Now bend that ass over for the messenger. Huh? Bend that ass over for the messenger. That's what he told her. I was like, beloved, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. Should I deal with him? Nope, absolutely not. Get out of there. Absolutely not. I would feel like if I was a prophet and I gave you a word over your relationship, by default, I am not entertaining you romantically after that. Even if I was interested, because I wouldn't even want the wrong impression. There's some people out here, boy. There are some people out here. It's probably told to keep it unwrapped too. Unwrapped? What are you talking about? It's called ethics. Right, man. Right. It's called ethics. I don't know what's going on with some of these folks. Immediately. I'm glad you ended that relationship. I'm getting another word. I see your husband. He looks familiar. Your husband looks very familiar. Almost like me. All right, bro. What? Are you serious? We would have to fight. We would have to fight. What are you talking about, bro? We had to chase him out of town, get the pitchforks, everything. All right, let's bring another caller up. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
So I had a quick question. So if you're like dating this guy and you kind of tend to initiate most of the activities together, and he kind of gets used to like you initiating the dates and doesn't put in effort even when you don't. Like he shows up for the things organized, but like he's not like initiating. Like, yeah. What does that mean?
He's not initiating?
Yeah, he's not.
But so you're initiating.
I
cause I like to like naturally I like to plan things. So like I can be like, okay, this Friday after work, let's go for dinner, let's go for a hike, let's go for like dance, and he's gonna show up for sure. He's not gonna say no, but like he wouldn't initiate first.
So the first date y'all went on, did you give him the space to initiate, or did you just kind of take the reins immediately?
I think initially when we met, cause we met like almost 2 years ago, and initially when we met at this like tech professional event, he kind of the first 3 months he was like the one you know initiating the activities, and then I think maybe he got comfortable and then kind of stopped initiating outdoor activities like traveling, doing fun things outside.
Does he initiate any kind of connections, any kind of activities or dates?
Most of the times he like, cause he likes to watch anime. Most of the times he kind of wants me to like go to his place and do like some indoor activities. Like he would cook for me. Of course, I love that he cooks for me, but like it's like
What other
just the same things to do indoor instead of
what other indoor activities y'all getting into?
like watching anime. Cause I also like to watch anime. No, okay, I don't, but like I watch them for him. Uh, Cooking. Yeah.
Any late night horizontal activities?
I mean, we can do like a sleepover or something.
All right. And are y'all sleeping the whole time?
Yeah.
Whole time?
We do like what people in the relationship do. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you said that he was initiating dates at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
For how long?
Yeah.
For how long?
I would say because I moved, like when we initially met, had moved to this like city to do an internship. I was still in college, my last year of college. That's when we met. So the first 3 months when I was like doing the internship,
Okay.
he was like very proactive.
First 3 months.
And then I went back to school, so like kind of long distance for almost a year. But I managed to get a job in his city again after graduation. So I came back, and that's when I think it kind of shifted to the way, because I was like, oh, this, because when I was excited to be back in the city, and I was like, okay, I have a to-do list of things I want to check out on the list to do in the city. And yeah, he was, open to doing those activities
Wait,
together.
so are y'all in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes more sense now. Yeah,
The only issue is that when I initiate the dates, he's happy to come. He doesn't
right.
say no, and he's
Right.
gonna pay for the things. But
Okay.
it's just like he does no like initiate.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. Yeah, he's your boyfriend now. So it's like he was doing all the initiating when it was like trying to court you and get you to like him, right? And then he got you in a relationship. Now he's chilling. And now you kind of taking the reins on initiating, and he still feels like he's doing his job because he's bankrolling it, right?
That's been like more than 6 months since I came back to the city, and
Right.
he's just been like that. So
Right.
I'm like forever he's gonna be like that, and I will continue to plan things, and he's not doing anything.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. Have you brought this up to him?
I did, and his reasoning is that me, I'm a homebody. Like I'm not that outdoor person.
Right.
I kind of get it. I know like his personality is not like very
What kind
outdoor
of what kind
person.
of dates? What kind of dates were y'all going on at the beginning during that first 3 months?
I think it was mostly dinners.
Okay. So he's
Yeah.
not lying then. He was taking you out to dinner, and then but you want to go on like these outdoorsy excursions.
Yeah,
And
like
then when you
skydiving,
right, but
amusement park.
and when you ask him to come with you, even though he doesn't really care for that stuff, he goes and he pays for it, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, okay. Doesn't seem like that bad of a situation, love. To be honest with you, you're basically saying like, hey, I want you to not only do the things you don't really want to do and pay for it just because I'm your girlfriend, because that's what he's doing right now. I want you to also initiate it and pretend like you want to do it. That's what you're asking him to do.
But like, yeah, that is correct. But at the same time, I feel like when I'm initiating, he gets to know the things I like to do. He knows me. I feel like now he knows me.
Mm-hmm.
But then him not initiating, I feel like I don't know so much about him. Like the things he likes to do outside watching anime or something. So I feel like
That's
I've been
probably
pushing him to be like initiate so I can know what are you interested in, like
well.
what
That's
what
probably that probably is what he's interested in. It probably is. Like he's watching anime and inviting you over to watch anime with him. That's probably what he likes to do with his spare time.
So do you think if I like to do like other outdoor activities and he's not into that, do you think it's okay for me to keep initiating?
Yeah, that's what you want to do, right? It's just it's an unrealistic ask for you to be like, hey, this thing that you want to do, I want you to initiate it with me.
Mm,
Right? He's already doing it with you. He's viewing this as like you're asking him to go hang out with you and do something that you want to do. And he's like, sure, I don't really like this, but I like you, so I'm going with you and I'll pay for it. Right? Um, but to ask him to want, it'd be like it's like when people argue, like, I want you to want to wash the dishes. It's like I'm not gonna want to wash the dishes, right? Like I'll do the dishes if you want me to do the dishes, but I'm
mm,
not jumping for joy to do the dishes. You can't control my internal state. He doesn't really want to do these outdoor activities. So, are you basically what's probably going on here is there's like a little bit of an incompatibility. Not incompatible meaning the relationship doesn't work. It's like a
yeah.
spectrum. It's like there's like being super compatible and then very incompatible. With this, you're finding like, oh, we have a little bit of incompatibility here. I like to go out here and do outdoorsy things. You want to. This isn't about romance. She wants to do these things that she wants to do with her boyfriend. This isn't a romantic conversation.
Yeah.
She just is outdoorsy and she likes to do that, and she wants him to do it with her, but she doesn't want to be in the masculine role of planning everything. That's all that's happening here. She feels like she's being the man by planning this thing that she wants to do. She feels like he should be the man in this situation and plan this thing, which I don't disagree with. The difference and the nuance here is they are a couple, this is a relationship, and these aren't things that he wants to do, right? This isn't the same thing as like you don't plan dates. Yeah, when guys plan dates, they plan dates that both parties want to do. They don't plan dates that one party wants to do. I've never taken a woman out and did something that she purely wanted to do and I had no interest in. That ain't never happened. And that's an unfair expectation. Okay? So there's middle ground here. Um, you maybe can tell him that you would like to do things outside of the house. It may not be the outdoorsy things. When you want to do the outdoorsy things that only you like, you're probably going to have to initiate that. If you were to ask him to initiate, he probably would, but he would eventually stop because he don't really want to do it.
Yeah, I see people in comments saying like maybe because he likes anime, I don't see it as like a hobby and I'm the problem. But I would like to say I still watch anime with him,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's on my primary type of TV shows I watch. I still do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
let's say for example I like hiking, I also like to go out and dance. So for example, if I go out with my other friends and I go out and dance, let's say, and he doesn't want to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gonna be stressing all night, or being like, okay, don't dance with other people. You need to stay loyal. And then I'm like, if you want to be stressed, why don't you come out
Come
with
with
me?
you. Mm-hmm. Right.
So I'm just like,
I hear you there. I get it.
I like our other chemistry is strong.
Okay.
It's like I feel like yeah, I'm the man in the relationship. Like I'm the
Right.
leader. I'm
Right.
like leading the relationship.
Okay. Is this the only way that you're leading the relationship, or do you feel like you're leading the relationship in other ways?
I feel like no, this is the only way.
Okay. Um. So when you go out and do the outdoorsy activities, is it important that you do it with him, or is that something that you can do with other friends and still be happy with it?
I like to do them with him because
Okay.
it feels more special than when I do it with my other
Okay.
girlfriends.
Okay. I understand that. I understand that. Um. So yeah, what I would say is the middle ground here is you let him know that I love watching anime with you, but sometimes when we have dates, I would like for you to just plan something outside the house. 'Cause I like to get outside the house, and then let him decide what that is.
Uh,
Okay, would that work for you?
what if he doesn't?
What if he doesn't plan something outside the house?
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a little bit more of an issue because he has to go outside, right? Like, what I'm basing this off of is um, when y'all initially were dating, he was taking you out to restaurants and things like that.
Yeah, he put in effort at the
Right.
beginning.
Right. So he's willing to go outside of the house. He wasn't just calling you to come watch anime at his house when he first met you, right? So he's willing to do something outside of the house. He just wasn't. He seems like he's not willing to initiate with these type of plans, which is going hiking because he doesn't really have any kind of inherent interest in that, right? So it sounds like you don't feel like watching anime with him as a date. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Because it's in the house. So you will communicate that to him. Let him plan something outside. Like let him know, like I love watching anime with you, but I kind of when I still want to when I date you, I still want to go out and have a good time with you. Right. So I would really appreciate it if at times plan something outside of the house as opposed to just being inside watching anime. Right. And then
I
you see.
think the other issue I have is like even with watching anime, like me going to his house or he coming to my house,
Right.
like he normally works from home. His job it doesn't require to go to office, and I go to office like Monday to Friday. And I still like after work because I work 9 to 5. I try to make time and drive to his place
Mm-hmm.
to hang out. But I feel like since I initiate that, he is no longer even trying to be like, oh, are you off work? Let me come pick you up or let me come hang out at your place. He's just like always waiting for me to be the one initiating to go to his house.
Okay. Were you the one who was just driving to his house unprompted?
No, I have to call him and let him know, but like, cause I'll be like, okay, I'm done with work and I wanna come see you. And be like, okay, come see me. I will go.
Yeah, you kind of conditioned him for that.
So I'm like, how do I switch up without making it like a whole argument so he can, you know, create that spark again?
Go home and then tell him he should come over.
But then I don't like telling him what to do.
You're not telling him what to do. You're just saying
But
he should come over.
he's like older than me. He's like 5 years older, and I'm telling
Okay,
him
you're
what to
being
do.
at this point you're being difficult, love. Like this ain't that big of a problem to solve. You could just go to your house when you get off work, call him like, hey, I'm home. You should come over. I feel like I'm home today. You want to come over here? That's it. He'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get dressed. I'm getting my anime. I'm bringing Pikachu. My Pikachu plush. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
I just thought it was abnormal for someone to start creating the spark, and then when you're in a relationship, they just be comfortable and wait for you to drive the relationship, take the wheel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean that will happen if you condition people to do that. Right? So if you start doing a whole bunch like if he was like cooking dinner for himself sometime and then you start coming over his house every day and cooking dinner before he was able to, he's probably going to stop cooking dinner because he's expecting you to do it. You understand?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
No
I'll
problem,
not
love.
drag this longer.
All right.
Thank you.
You take care. Whoa, that was a non-issue. I get her point about the initiating thing, though. I understand that she feels like she's being the man, but that's because the reason why she's doing that is because she feels like the anime thing is not a date, so she's only counting the dates as going out hiking and stuff like that. I don't consider hiking a date. I assume to me that's let's go outside and kill some bugs. Let's go outside and kill some mosquitoes that keep landing on our legs together. Would you like to do that? Want to go outside and just kill hella mosquitoes that's gonna land on our legs when we go outside together? That's not a date to me, right? It's a perspective issue ultimately, right? But it does fall underneath the umbrella of incompatibility. I do hiking as a great date. I love, not to me. Want to go kill mosquitoes and get musty? Doesn't that sound romantic? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Now I'll do it. I'll do it. That's cool, especially if it's like very scenic. I'll do it. It's not my ideal of like the best fun time though. But I'll do it. Me doing stuff like that would be like predicated on who I'm with. It ain't even about the activity. It's about like, do I like you? If I like you, then I just want to spend time with you. It don't even really matter what we're doing at that point. It's just like you're here, so whatever it is we're doing, I'm enjoying it because I fuck with you so much. You feel me? People saying that Buddy was lazy, no effort. He was paying for the fucking dates. What do you want? He was paying for the dates. Ay, ay, ay. I think some people expect people to be perfect. But it's like, man or woman, if you're going to expect perfection, you best be holding yourself to that same fucking standard. You better hold yourself to that same standard. If you want the perfectly masculine man, you better be the perfectly feminine woman. A lot of people just me, 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 me. I want, I want, I want, I want. Yeah, but that person you're with wants shit too. They also want things. Are you giving them everything they want? Promise you you're not. Promise you there's some shit that you're not, some boxes you're not checking. As great as you think you are, there's some boxes you are not checking. I don't care who you are. So keep that in mind. Keep that mirror handy. Check it daily. Look into it daily to make sure you're meeting your own standard. That's the first person who should meet your standards or yourself. You feel me? That's how you keep yourself grounded. If you take that approach, you're more likely to get what you want. If you take that approach, you're more likely to get what you want. Rutet, that wasn't about you, love. You made me think of it, but no. Your situation is different from what I'm talking about. But you made me think about it, though. Right? A lot of people got narcissistic tendencies nowadays. You want to know the people who got the most narcissistic tendencies? The ones calling everyone else narcissist. It's just pure projection. Pure projection, bro. I start seeing someone calling everybody a narcissist. I'm like, something fishy is going on here. Why do you keep bringing that word up? What's going on there? What's going on there? Huh? Might be something to explore. I had a breakthrough recently. I can't wait for these next batch of coaching calls. Oh, buddy. Me and Danny, we got to talk, brother. I had a breakthrough. Don't know if I'm going to turn it into an ebook or what. Things just clicked recently. Right, I'm looking at you sideways. Unless you truly dealt with one. Yeah, like if you truly dealt with one, but even if you truly dealt with one, you're not throwing that word out all the time, right? I saw a psychologist say that up here. She was like, she sees a lot of women saying like narcissists, right? And certainly there's a lot of women who have dealt with narcissists, okay? But she was like, if you really dealt with one, you wouldn't be so motivated to talk about it online. She said, because you would be horrified that that narcissist that you dated would find out what you said and would be after you again. It's a traumatic experience dealing with someone who actually has narcissistic personality disorder. She was like, if you really dealt with one, you skittish, you don't want to talk about it, especially not online, because you don't want that motherfucker finding out. Because some narcissists, they'll be after you. They'll be after you. Remember that caller? Miles, I know y'all remember that. Remember Shorty that called in? She had a child with Buddy. And they co-parented. And he kept suing her. He just kept suing her. He was in the military. He kept suing her over and over and over and over again. He sued her for breaking up with him. For like emotional distress. Knowing he's not going to win, but he just wants to piss her off and make her have to pay lawyer fees. So he just kept suing her. And then when he would drop their daughter off to her, he would record her. Like have his phone out recording her, smiling, like as he's dropping her daughter off. Trying to get a reaction, trying to make her do something that would like incriminate her, right? Got into a new relationship and basically told the mother of his child, I don't love her, right? He's like, I don't love Shorty. That's a narcissist. Like, y'all ain't deal with that. Y'all ain't deal with that. That's different. You dealt with someone who was mean, a big meanie. It's like, be that as it may, yeah, Buddy was probably a big meanie, but he won't that. Imagine dealing with what I just told y'all. Just imagine, just put yourself there. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, right? Imagine dealing with that. For years, by the way. You can't even save your coin because you got to pay the lawyer. Because you don't know when he gonna sue you again. Now, if I told you that was a narcissist, the guy who you think is a narcissist, do you think he's similar? You think that guy that you're calling narcissist is similar to what I just described? I think not. Maybe, but unlikely. He wanted to drain her funds. He just wanted to destroy that woman, man. He wanted to destroy that woman. Yeah. So, yeah. Should be different. You go through it for real. Different. Okay, next caller. Next caller. B, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, thank you. So basically, I've been in a relationship for 8 years.
Okay.
And 5 years ago, like I went through his phone and I saw like his boy was trying to hook him up with someone.
Okay.
So like I basically like bugged out And he cried and apologized, so I stopped going through his phone. I went through his phone yesterday and I saw that he had messaged a girl on Facebook in 2024 and basically said like, "Hey, how are you?" with a tongue emoji, and she left him on red.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I basically haven't went through his phone because I felt like I was getting obsessive over it and stuff like that.
Right.
And instead of telling him like I saw it, I said, like, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, I want to be loved, and he kind of just like had no answer, no response. And I mean, we've been living together for 8 years, and like we've basically grown up together.
Right.
And we've been through like a lot of trauma and stuff like that. So we have to re-sign our lease in like 5 days. So I kind of told him like, if this isn't what you want, like you have to say that. But if we do stay together, like I need you to do these things, or else it's just like, yeah.
You need him to do what things?
I don't know, because it's like, I feel like it's also like with myself, like basically like we've been coexisting for like the past like month, but he did get a promotion in his job, which, I try to give him his space about it, but it's been, he's been like going to hang out, which is just next door. But I've kind of just been like letting it go, going to bed by myself and stuff like that. But I told him like, I would love for us to go to bed together sometimes. I know you work a lot, but I would like some time.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we are coexisting, so he was basically like being dry with me, so I started doing it back. And now it's just like I can't even like look at him.
Okay, so what's your question?
I guess it's like, what would you tell someone in this situation?
Leave.
It's so hard because it's like I can't even tell like my brother is my father, because it's like once you say something, it's done, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have been feeling like really lonely, and I told him that. And yeah. So you would say leave?
Yeah, if you said that he was already trying to get hooked up with another woman, and then you saw him get curved in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And right now y'all sound like y'all don't have a good relationship.
Nope.
Right? That he's not putting any kind of effort into. Yeah.
He's not.
Are y'all married?
Yeah, so...
Are y'all married?
Huh?
Are y'all married?
No. Okay. And that's another thing. Like, we've been together 8 years, and I know you have your childhood trauma. I get that. We all have trauma, right. But it's like if you're not gonna marry me, have kids, and first of all, be even like able to love me, it's like I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Right.
And like, yes, I did lose myself, and yes, I do like depend on him a lot. And I know it's also my fault. Like you mentioned before, like you got to see it like in their eyes too, like where you went wrong. And I feel like I was just like hogging him, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And not giving him space like he needed. And like when I told him what I wanted, I was like, what do you need? And he kind of just said like basically like space, and he would like me to have my own life. And I get that, like you're not wrong, but it's hard for me because it's like the other girl who said, like I'm an introvert and he's an extrovert.
Introversion doesn't have anything to do with about you having your own life. That's just how your battery recharges, right? So you can't hide behind that labeling. You're just uncomfortable. It's outside your comfort zone, but that's all the more reason to do it. Is he? Are you beside him? Is he snoring?
That's my dog, and he's on the floor. That's our dog.
You got a big dog, don't you?
He's 40 pounds, but English bulldogs, they snore.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, the work that you would have to do is start creating your own identity, love. That's not based upon the roles that you play. You got to stop defining yourself through other people's eyes. Okay. You have to cultivate your own identity. That's the start of you creating your own life, is knowing who you are outside of the other people in your life.
Okay. So, but you still say leave. Oh
For
my
sure.
God.
For
That's
sure.
like heartbreaking. But
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it right this second. You can
I
start
know.
to cultivate your own life while you're there. And but that's not going to fundamentally change the dynamic. What it would do though is give you a bit more peace of mind. Because when you start filling up your own cup, you won't be so disappointed with him. Because part of your disappointment is you're expecting him to do that for you.
Yep, it is. And that's why it's like, because I've been going to therapy, and they're just like, all these things you're saying, it's like, it has nothing to do with him. It has a lot to do with you. And like, basically, I have to find safety within myself. I have to be confident within myself. And then once I do those things, like, nothing will faze me.
Right. You won't be so afraid to leave. Right now you're afraid to leave because you don't know you don't have a place to land. You don't know who you are outside this relationship.
Mm-mm. I
When
don't.
you figure out who it is you are, you develop a landing pad, right? You have a place to land. You have an identity to step into that is this outside this relationship. Be easier to
And it's
leave
so
then.
crazy. All these comments are like, he already left, all this stuff. And I'm just like, you know, I guess I don't see that. But then again, like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's going to be the work. You could do that while in the relationship. That's fine. Um, but
I
that's
guess
the
I just
work.
want you to be real, just so I can, like, keep it moving.
Yeah. I'm being real. You 100% should leave the relationship. What I'm saying though is this is the deeper thing, right? Because if I don't tell you about the deeper thing, you're going to leave the relationship and then get with somebody just like this. Same energy, different vessel.
Yep.
So you got to make the internal shifts so that you start magnetizing a different type of energy to yourself.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
Mm-hmm. And if you need help with leaving, you already know 1 hour coaching call. You feel me? Give you a plan, step by step plan. 2 weeks of DM support after the call. You'll get clarity, action plan, all that good stuff. Hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the arrow inside the dialog box. I'll ask you about your situation, and if I can help, I will send you a link where you can book your call. Okay? Make sure you got that money on though. Come to me with no Groupon, right? You'll be blocked. Had somebody try to sneak in a question. Oh, yeah, I'm interested in coaching. Before I book, what do you think I should do? I said, well, the first thing you should do is pay the bread. That's the first thing you should do. That's the first step of the process. Then after that, the rest of the path will elucidate. It will materialize. Okay? Nice try, though. You're not getting me like that. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? What do you think I am? You think that of me? Huh? Ain't it what Heisenberg said? You think that of me? Hell no. It's so scary when y'all live. Actually, no more calls. Yeah, no more calls. I'm done with calls tonight. What about Klarna? I need to have like a payment plan like that. I was thinking about that today. A little Klarna action. Because you book through PayPal. I don't know if PayPal can integrate with it. We'll see. We'll see. Make it a little bit easier on y'all. But yeah, it ain't cheap. So it's the story of Picasso. Because people think they're paying for like, what was paying for an hour? No, you're paying for a solution. That's what you're paying for. Paying for a solution to your problem. How much if you had a guaranteed solution, how much is that worth for you? How much is that worth? Because you've been stuck in this cycle for the last 5 years. Because you don't know what to do. Right? It's really not a lot, so to be honest. I'm not gonna share the price on this live, but it's not a lot to be honest with you. But I think people are not used to coaching, so they're like expecting to pay $50, and I'm like, what are we doing? But the story of Picasso. Somebody told him to draw like a lion or something like that. They saw him at a restaurant, or they saw him at a coffee shop drinking coffee. And they're like, "Can you draw me a picture of a lion?" And he took a napkin, and then in like 30 seconds, he drew the lion, and he told them like that'll be $30,000. And then she was like, "But you drew that in like 8 seconds." And he was like, "No, it took me my whole life to draw this." You get that? Yeah, I drew it in 8 seconds, but to be able to draw this in 8 seconds, it took decades of experience. So, that being said, you're paying for a solution. What are your qualifications? My Heavenly Father qualifies me, okay? Heavenly Father qualifies me. You're free to go to somebody else on TikTok who has credentials, but don't know why you're here talking to me. You could be talking to them. Is it that they're not that good, maybe? Motherfuckers suck. You're a pastor? No, not a pastor. Kinda. Especially lately. Especially lately. We've been dropping some real biblical truths in the live recently. I actually had a woman who paid for a coaching call. The last 30 minutes of the call was like Christian oriented. She told me, she was like, "I actually prayed before this call." And I was like, "I could tell you did, because what just came out of me? What just came out of me? That won't me." That was a vessel. I was a vessel in that situation. You a Christian? I am. I'm a disciple. Ain't that what they say now? I'm a disciple, not a Christian. Right? The word Christian isn't in the Bible. What disciple is? Hilarious. All right, what kind of questions do we have? I didn't know dating advice requires certification. Because it doesn't. It doesn't require certification. You can't go to college. I would like to get my degree in dating. That's why I ignore that question so much. 'Cause I'm like, what are you even asking me? Christian is 2 times. Oh, the word Christian is in the Bible? I stand corrected. Where did I get that from then? I believe that for years. May I be blessed with the cheeks tonight? What? CJ, I need you to clarify what you meant by that comment. Not in the Hebrew context is night. It's not? Okay, cool. We're about to have a theological debate in the chat. I love it. As an insult, not to honor followers and believers of Christ. Right. I've been steeped in the word recently, man. Reading it every morning makes a difference. Like really taking your time with it. Because God speaks to you the more that you read. Someone who held a doctorate in psychology, counseling, or social work would definitely be a qualification. For dating? No, that's what you just told me was a midwit response. There's a meme called the midwit meme. People in the middle of that bell curve, most of the population, by the way, think like you do. Somebody has a certification, you think that they know what they're talking about. No, not necessarily. PhDs disagree all the time, right? I want to know what you've done. Is the things that you've learned practical? That's what I want to know. I want to make sure you've had integrated experience in what you're talking about. It doesn't mean that you have to experience everything, but there needs to be some degree of results. Plenty of people with PhDs on TikTok. Some of them call into this live. Do you believe that? They call me. Marriage counselors have called me on this live. PhDs in psychology have called me on these lives for help with their relationship. You have too much faith in a piece of paper. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, when you're reading the word more, right? God speaks to you more because you get more accustomed with his character. And I was struggling recently, like, because I kind of like struggle with coherence, right? So if I don't understand something, I'll be like, why? Why does God do this? Why does God do that? I'll obsess over it and it will like disturb my spirit, right? And then he told me, he was like, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, you'll never understand my ways. You focus on my character, was like what I received. So basically being like, don't worry about understanding why I do what I do. You're not going to understand that, right? Because the Bible says my ways are not your ways. But the character is what you can put your trust in. God's character. That will give you more clarity. That will give you a lot more clarity. Let me block this white woman because she's annoying. Don't make me make this an all black space. But yeah, she's the perfect example of a midwit meme. She doesn't question things if you have some degree of authority behind you. It's like, oh, you have this piece of paper. Like, I guess you're guaranteed to know what you're talking about. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works, beloved. That is not how that works. So I'm still invited to the cookout. Danny, you in there? You and Mary are in there. You are in there. All right, what other questions do we have before I get out of here? Mary, did you end up bringing up? Did you end up bringing up the situation to your boyfriend that you called about last? I'm very curious. You didn't? So you're at peace with it? You're good? I'm taking questions in the chat, not calls. I'm all called out at this point. Thinking on it. Okay, so it's still on your mind. Why do men not want to build? They want everything figured out before the ring. A lot of guys are skittish because marriage has like very bad PR in America as of late, past like decade or so. And a lot of men don't really see what's the purpose, like what's in it for them. That's part of the reason why they're so fearful. It's part of the reason. So what is the answer to give people that ask for credentials? I just say my Heavenly Father gives me authority here. That pisses them off, typically. It makes them mad. It shows that they don't think for themselves. So like if they listen to what I was saying, the answers that I give, they wouldn't even ask that question. They asked that question because this is so lowly calibrated that they need a shortcut. They're not used to making their own decisions. They need some sort of proof that it's okay. It's normally white women too. So that's why I said don't make me make this an all black space. It's the Karens that pop out. All right, what other questions do we have, people? No critical thinking, so they need credentials. There's no shot at credentials either. Credentials are a wonderful thing. But I like people who think, you know, thinkers, not midwits. Shorty was a midwit. Anyone who's a midwit, they never know that they're midwits. It's like dumb people don't know they're dumb. They like you try to tell a dumb person they're dumb. Dumb people typically think they're very intelligent people. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. They think they're very intelligent. You can't tell them otherwise. How come he said he wants to build a foundation with us, yet wants me to make most of the date plans? I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer your question, love, in the chat. It sounds like you got a lot going on. How long have you known him? How long have y'all been in a relationship? Abby, you're cool, love. We're just talking pattern recognition. I need you to get to Karen's. Abby, you're on Karen control. Can you take that mantle? You're going to be our white woman filter. You're going to say, hey, listen, I am also a white woman. My name is Abby. I just need to make sure you're not a Karen, unfortunately. So before you can talk in the live, I need to just do a little check to make sure you're not a Karen, and we can let you in. Let me know if you want that job, Abby, and we will knight you immediately. And if Abby doesn't want it, then the next white woman, maybe Mary, can have it. Mary would do a good job at it too. She gets to leverage that hypervigilance. How many PTA meetings have you gone to in the last year? 6. You cannot join. You can't. Getting close. We're getting close. You cannot join the chat. Unfortunately, that's too many. That's 2 over quota. 2. That's too many PTA meetings within the last year. So definitely Karen territory. Could not let you in, unfortunately, but feel free to watch on your FYP. How many managers have you met in the last 3 months? That's what we need. We need like a Karen questionnaire real quick, just to make sure. Gotta filter them out real quick. You don't come over here and kill the vibe, baby. We don't need the vibes being killed. This is a good vibe, right? Good vibe. Routette asked another question. Hopefully, I'm not butchering your name, love. I'm sure I am. Let me see what her question was. Between love and compatibility, which one sustains a long relationship? Which one sustains a long relationship? It depends on how you're defining love, right? So if you're loving in the pure sense, if we lean on the Bible again, the Bible is not talking too much about compatibility, but it says a lot about love, doesn't it? It says a lot about love. So, of those 2 things, love is going to be the most important. But not just like love meaning warm, bubbly feelings. Love as in an orientation of how you treat the person. I didn't mean to request. Well, sorry, Tonza. We're about to bring you up. Are you ready for it? You ready to talk in front of 200 and something people? Are you ready? I'm about to bring you up. You hit the button, so I have to bring you up. Think she's freaking out right now? No, no. Y'all really do be freaking out when y'all come on the live, man. Like just a number. It's just a number. Don't be afraid of the number. Love as in romance, chemistry. Um, well, that type of love, no. Compatibility is gonna be more important. She logged out the app. She just threw her phone in the toilet. That's hilarious. It's funny when people freak out. I had a coworker. Her name was Betsy. Big old knockers too. Betsy was an old white woman, the biggest chest I ever saw, but she was cheating on her husband. And he found out. He found some evidence. We worked at the front desk at a hospital. 2 computers. I seen her emailing Buddy from the hospital computer, leaving like um, sprinkler emojis in the message. Early emojis too, old school. This was probably, it was what, how long was it? 2012, I think, long time ago. Betsy's husband found out. He found some evidence. She came back to work. I need you to delete all my emails. Marquette, can you do that for me? And I was looking at her chest. Marquette, oh shit, what is it, Betsy? Can you delete all my emails? And I didn't really know how to do it. I was like, I could try. I was like, actually, I can't do it from here because of the way the work computer is set up, blah, 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 blah. I was trying to explain to her why I was having trouble deleting the emails. And she was like, I just want them gone. So ultimately, I deleted it for her. And then like a year later, she had already left the job. She came back in with her husband. And they had to stop at the front desk to get like information as to where their patient was. And when I tell you, she got that husband away from me with the quickness. She made sure that interaction was as short as possible. Betsy was a wild girl. She would come back into work with leaves in her hair. I was like, Betsy, what the hell are you doing out there? What are you doing? She would go in the parking lot and get cracked in a minivan. I don't know how leaves got in her hair, but she would have come back with leaves in her hair, bro. Betsy. First time I ever seen veneers. Betsy had the biggest. She had fucking 32 Samsung Galaxies, white ones, in her mouth. That's some big ass teeth. How are you giving top? How on earth do you give top with big ass teeth like that? Imagine Betsy in this live now. I don't care. Good old Betsy, man. Good old Betsy. Hope she's doing well. Probably getting cracked right now. Betsy was an old freak. It didn't take much either. Imagine Bill was the one who was pulling up. What was being said? You from NC? Yep. Is this Betsy? Ask me if I'm from NC. Got a picture of your chest as your profile picture. Betsy, is that you? Is that you, Betsy? Betsy was a freak. You just came in. You missed a hell of a live, sweetie. You had the most hilarious work stories. Betsy was a freak. I used to see dudes come to the front and flirt with Betsy. And she was a go-word, bro. You could just tell she was going. The way the energy she would toss back out, I'm like, calm down, Betsy. Damn. You just asked how old you were. Shit. Like the chair all soggy. I need you to relax. I don't know if your man not doing his job. You know, women get like real feisty when they get that age on them. They age up a little bit. What a cruel joke God has played on us. Men's sexual peak is like in their damn near teens and 20s. Women hit 40 and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Huh? What is happening? Where did all this come from? Mm-hmm. Betsy was surely experiencing it. I can tell you that. Okay. What questions do we have? I'm really about to get off now. Any last minute questions? Also, if you need coaching, you know what to do. You know what to do. Last minute questions. All right. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I will be live again Monday. I'm taking Sundays off. No live Sunday. Okay? If you need coaching, make sure you hit that button at the bottom of the screen with the arrow inside the dialogue box. Shoot me over a message. I will be in touch. Appreciate the miles. Appreciate the chat. Y'all have a good weekend.